Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff has condemned the move to impeach her as a coup and a farce, denying she has committed any crimes. She was addressing the nation on TV for the first time since senators voted overnight to suspend her for budgetary violations and put her on trial. Ms Rousseff vowed to fight the injustice by all legal means. Vice President Michel Temer has now officially taken over as interim leader and has appointed a team. Respected conservative Henrique Meirelles, who headed the central bank under leftist ex-president Luiz Inacio Lula da Silva, becomes finance minister. Mr. Temer will serve while Ms. Rousseff's trial takes place. It may last up to 180 days, which would mean Ms. Rousseff would be suspended during the Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, which start on August 5. Senators had voted to suspend her by 55 votes to 22 after an all-night session that lasted more than 20 hours. Ms. Rousseff is accused of illegally manipulating finances to hide a growing public deficit ahead of her re-election in 2014. Fraudulent. In her TV speech, flanked by ministers at the presidential palace, Mr. Rousseff said that she may have made mistakes but had committed no crimes, adding, "I did not violate budgetary laws." She said, "What is at stake is respect for the ballot box, the sovereign will of the Brazilian people and the Constitution." Branding the process fraudulent and saying her government was undergoing sabotage, she vowed to fight the charges against her and said she was confident she would be found innocent. Ms. Rousseff, 68, accused the opposition of leading the impeachment because they had vehemently opposed all the advances she and her predecessor, Lula, had made for the Brazilian poor and lower middle classes. After her speech she left the presidential palace and shook hands with supporters lining the pathway. In another speech outside she told supporters she could feel their love and energy on what she called a tragic day for the country. Michel Temer has nominated a 21-strong cabinet. There are no women, although more names could be added. Ms. Rousseff had earlier suggested that sexism in the male-dominated Congress had played a key part in the impeachment process. Mr. Meirelles, the new finance minister, built a reputation for calming nerves in the markets when heading the central bank, and helped tame inflation to create one of the country's biggest economic booms. During the overnight debate, Senator José Serra, who has been named the new foreign minister, said the impeachment process was a bitter though necessary medicine. Having the Rousseff government continue would be a bigger tragedy, he said. Brazil is suffering from its worst recession in 10 years, unemployment reached 9% in 2015 and inflation is at a 12-year high.